Garrett, I'm so excited to have you on the show. So I want to let all of the audience know that you're a huge reason that I'm here today, and a really big reason that I got this opportunity. So I've got to work with you over the last, I can't even remember when our first call was. But
almost a year ago, I feel.
That's what I was thinking too, that it was like a year.
So it was like my first big, I want to do this, with Bobbi.
That's
so
awesome. Well, thank you so much for being so supportive. I immediately, it was so exciting to meet you in person because everything we've done is virtual. So you're just as amazing as you are on a screen. So thank you so much for being here.
There is a whole new way to rise in the beauty industry. LEAD, Rolf's Global Institute, powered by L'Oreal Professional Products Division, is the world's first college degree program for beauty professionals. LEAD is higher education designed to expand your opportunities and open doors to greater success. Create a future with more financial freedom, more autonomy, more possibilities, and more impact. LEAD also provides scholarship opportunities to eligible students worldwide. It's more than a degree, it's a movement. This is where the future of beauty is headed. Be part of it. For more information, please visit leadinstitute.degree.
But one of the things that we've talked a lot about, one of the things that I want to share with our audience is your story of going to beauty school and ending up in the role that you're in, because it's just not discussed a lot that these opportunities are here. And so the job that you have, and then the job that you're actually going to be moving into soon, which is so exciting, is a job that you didn't even know existed when you were in beauty school. So I want to talk first about kind of how you came into this industry. What age were you at? When did you know that you were going to go to beauty school someday?
Yeah. That's a really great question. I didn't know. I had, growing up, I had no interest in beauty. My grandmother is actually a hairdresser. So I really grew up, going to the salon with her, just closing up, opening up the salon. My aunt's a hairdresser as well. And, they would do my hair, and I was always obsessed with getting highlights or getting a cool haircut.
Did you get highlights through a cap?
I did, yes. So back in the day when my aunt was in beauty school, she was like, oh, we want to do highlights. And, you'd pull the cap and it was
so crazy that we all did that.
I know, right? So yeah, what really led me to beauty school, I was going to a community college, didn't really know what I wanted to do with myself. And my aunt was like, well, why don't you just try out beauty school? You could always go back to college, you're creative. I'd always been, really interested in art. And I was like, yeah, why not? Beauty school is going to be so easy. So when I initially went, I was kind of, hesitant to start. And if it wasn't for my admissions, person, calling me almost every day, leaving voicemails saying, you need to do this. This is your calling. This is going to be something that you're good at. Come in. I probably would have never done it. So I would say, a month went by before I officially enrolled. And when I started, I thought it was going to be the easiest thing in the world. I was like, oh, I'm just going to cut hair. I want to throw some color on. But little did I know how much actually goes into the education, not only technically, but personally, to grow as a person and to really understand not community service, but, customer service and really elevating and understanding what the customer's wanting. It really was life-changing. I kind of have a funny story that I always tell where, my first day of beauty school, my teacher was like, and this really points to how I had no idea what beauty school was.
Yeah.
We had our doll heads, and she was telling us to, all right, go ahead and, go wash your doll head. And everyone got up and started shampooing. And I thought they were joking. I literally thought shampooing a doll head was a joke.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, you guys are funny. And they were looking at me no, get up and shampoo your doll head. So that really shows, how far and I've come from,
But even having a background in the industry, with your aunt, with your grandma, being in a salon, again, it just speaks to what we've been saying is you just don't don't even have any clue what beauty school is going to be like because it's not out there. No one's showing you that this is what it's going to be like. Yes, you know where you want to go and you know where you want, if you do want to be behind the chair, if that's your passion, like, you know, kind of what you want, but like that in between spot, which is a huge part of your life. It's an expensive part of your life. It's expensive mentally, like obviously financially. I mean, there's a lot that happens that like is just missing piece in the industry. Like we're just not talking about it enough. So I think it's so awesome that you made it through. How many hours? You went to California,
California
right?
at the time was 1,600 hours.
Okay.
So it took me about, I would say, a year and a half. I went part-time.
Yeah.
Which was great because I was able to work in between. Because you know, as a student, I was supporting myself and school. So that option, to have that option and that flexibility that my beauty school offered was really important.
Where did you go to beauty school?
I went to a school called Hostley Academy. It's in, I would say, Roseville, California. You know, a really small school. We had Matrix and Biolage products, and you know, it was a great time. Yeah.
And so after beauty school, when you were in beauty school, did you kind of say, I want to be behind the chair? Or were you like, I don't want to do this at all anymore, but I'm going to finish this? Like, what was your feeling when
I was horrible.
Okay.
I was so
technically horrible, like
technically so bad. Like I just remember having like so much anxiety. You know, in the beginning around haircutting and coloring and highlighting, and it took a lot of growth and a lot of practice. Not only at school, but like I'd go home and practice on my doll head. And eventually, you know, you get over that anxiety, but it's not easy. You know, you think you're going to go in and it's going to, you know, you're just going to do a haircut. Well, what kind of a haircut? Are you going to do graduated layers? Are you going to, you know, do concave? Like there's so much more to it, than I think people understand going into it. And it took a lot of growth. So when I was in school, I was really just focused on finishing, you know, I didn't know what I wanted to do. You know, the salon that my aunt was working at the time had hinted that they would love to have me, join their team as an associate when I, you know, first got out of school and was licensed. I had an interest in maybe doing platform artistry because, you know, I was more into color. So I was really into like color and styling, but I really didn't know what I wanted to do. You, after beauty school, went on to get your bachelor's degree. So what made you decide that that was something that you wanted to do? Yeah, that's a great question. It was initially when my aunt was like, you know, go to beauty school. You could always go back. It was always kind of in the back of my head that I could, you know, do school, go back to school, I should say. And I think it was about a year into working behind the chair, where I really started to question what I wanted to do with this industry. I was more exposed to like, you know, education from brands. We used Redken a lot. So we had a lot of Redken education. And I was like, somebody's their boss. And so like there's something there. Yeah. And I didn't really know what it was at that time, but I was like, you probably should have a degree to like do that thing. So I decided to go back to my community college, which I love community college. I think it's great. A lot of community colleges have beauty schools, which I think is a fantastic opportunity for people to learn. And then I went on to get my Bachelor of Science in Business Administration and Marketing from San Francisco State University. Okay, that's awesome. And then you ended up here. So I want to talk about your role at this company, because this is something that I think, again, I just want to share and want people to know that this is an option. Yeah. I think you could have gotten this job without your beauty school education, correct? Like you would have been able to maybe like at least get your foot in the door, which is your bachelor's degree. You could, but I would have never went for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's my experience and my passion that's grown from going to beauty school and working behind the chair that really led me to L'Oreal. So currently, to answer your question, I'm a junior marketing associate for L'Oreal USA. I work on the Access team. Access is our, you know, basically our online learning platform that features all of our professional product brands, which has really given me amazing exposure to, you know, education and the marketing teams behind each of our L'Oreal brands. Now, what percentage do you think of the people that are working with you every single day? So we're in like this gorgeous office. We got
to tour,
Sure.
see a bunch of different people. What percentage do you think have a beauty license or a license in cosmetology, esthetician? Like, are you
A
like
handful.
rare? Yeah. That's what
definitely
I
a
thought.
handful.
Yeah.
A drop in the puddle, if you will.
Which I think I would love to see change.
Yeah.
I would love to see so many more people that are holding this license that maybe have gone into the career and exactly like you, like behind the chair for a year and been like, wait, this isn't my exact path. This isn't exactly what I want to do, but I want to do something in the industry.
And that's okay. There's so much you can do in this industry. It just takes, that hard work and that passion. And if you want it, you can do it.
Yeah.
And to your point, I think, with L'Oreal, I would have never, like I said, never gone to it, but having my experience and being able to speak to my experience and bring that to the table has really helped me to set myself apart.
Yeah.
And be competitive in a very competitive place, if you will.
Right. For sure.
So I would say, it's so valuable that beauty, beauty.
The license.
Yeah, thank you. The license and everything. So.
I think it's all important. And whether it was like the most, whether you were like, it doesn't really matter if you were the best in beauty school or whatever. I think it's just like the experience that you had to get you to this point.
It's life changing.
Yes. Yeah. And I think like for you to be able to have the opportunities that you have, I think as you move up, it's going to be a benefit for you and a benefit for the company because you're going to hopefully look for people that have licenses as well. And that's going to like way open the door for beauty school students to be like, hey, I want to do this, or I want to do what Garrett's doing, or I want to connect with him also and like see that these jobs, like I said, do exist. I think there's a lot of people that get out of the industry early because of burnout or maybe it's just not their perfect path. But like we've been talking about, there just are so many jobs in this industry that would benefit from having that connection. Like you are able to speak to beauty school students, to stylists because you've gone through it.
Right. And I understand their everyday and what they deal with and the challenges that they face. Working behind the chair has really given me the experience and the understanding that the beauty professional goes through on a daily. Whether it be that the highlights don't lift or that, the customer isn't happy. I understand those challenges and I can really help to shape, our plans on a, corporate level to help support that. Yeah.
So you're moving into a new role, which is so exciting. And I think, again, exactly what you're saying, like this role that you're about to take on is going to just trickle down and infiltrate like to so many benefits for stylists and for students. And that's who you're taking care of. That's the customer.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really cool that you're going to have that. So tell me a little bit about what you're going to be doing. I guess by the time this comes out, you'll be in that role. But tell me a little bit about this promotion that you have.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's something that I'm excited about. I am just thrilled. It's truly full circle. So I will be on a global marketing team for one of our brands, supporting, kind of our global initiative and developing product and product innovation, education. So I'm really excited to be able to take, kind of my experiences behind the chair and my experience in beauty school and leverage those experiences to create products and, really outstanding education for the beauty professional.
Yeah. Well, I'm so excited. I think you're just the perfect person for
Thank
it.
you.
And I can't wait to see and to watch you kind of grow through this, into this, little professional. It's going to be amazing.
I'm excited.
It's going to be awesome.
It's a dream come true.
Yeah.
I mean, as a hairdresser to like sit on a team like that, I think it's a once in a lifetime. I shouldn't say that because we want to encourage people to reach for the stars. Seriously.
Right now in this conversation in 2022, like I'm hoping that we can look back or re-record in 2 years and be like, oh, now there's so much more of this. I wasn't in the minority here of having my license. Now there's tons of people that have their license because I think that's important.
And to your point, that's where lead comes in. Like we see on this level that we understand the importance of supporting the hairdressers so that we can have more hairdressers on this floor, right? At the end of the day, our business is the hairdresser. So to have, authentic hairdressers, creating and building on the business is really what's going to help stand apart from our competitors.
I think so too. I'm so excited about it. And then I have one more question. I'll let you get back to work. I kind of stole you today a little bit. Okay. But what advice would you have for somebody that is a new stylist in the industry? Maybe somebody that's in beauty school and questioning whether they made the right decision or not, or maybe they've just kind of burnt out, hit that wall. What advice do you have for them?
Give up. Never give up. There's so many times in my career where I was like, I'm not good enough. I'm not the best stylist. I don't know how to do this or that. Don't give up, because you're there for a reason. And that reason is truly and uniquely yours. And, if you just stick with it and you follow your dreams, I always say you may not trust yourself, but if you just believe in yourself, you're going to get somewhere. And, that's got me to where I am today. And I think, to your viewers, just don't give up.
I love that. Well, thank you so much. We're sealing Garrett to come to Knoxville with us. So you guys will see him soon. But thank you so much. And we're recording later on in the week. So we're going to get to see you again. Even though I want to seal you and take you back to Knoxville with us, where can we follow you and kind of see this journey, new role, all of that stuff? Where can we follow you?
My full Instagram handle? Yeah. Okay. Well, my Instagram is Garrett Noodle, at Garrett Noodle on Instagram. So go ahead and follow me if you'd like.
Yay. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. It's so awesome. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
There is a whole new way to rise in the beauty industry. LEAD, Rolf's Global Institute, powered by L'Oreal Professional Products Division, is the world's first college degree program for beauty professionals. LEAD is higher education designed to expand your opportunities and open doors to greater success. Create a future with more financial freedom, more autonomy, more possibilities, and more impact. LEAD also provides scholarship opportunities to eligible students worldwide. It's more than a degree, it's a movement. This is where the future of beauty is headed. Be part of it. For more information, please visit leadinstitute.degree.